some of the streaming networks taking over baseball. Um, this has to stop. And I don't like the direction that streaming is going in terms of MLB baseball. And the reason why is this. So, if you're not familiar, opening night was on Wednesday or Thursday. That was between the New York Yankees and the San Francisco Giants at Oracle Park. They had opening night, and it was broadcasted on Netflix this time. It wasn't broadcasted on any of the major networks, not MLB Network, not NBC, not ABC, not ESPN. It was broadcast on Netflix. So, number one, you have to pay a subscription to watch that game. And number two, it was marred by several issues. So the first point I want to get to with regarding Netflix and opening night is that the stream was horrible. And I did try to watch it. There were several issues, production issues and buffering issues throughout the entire night. And I saw on social media that a lot of people were having the same issues that I was having, which was buffering, things not loading properly. The layout just didn't seem very polished. Unfortunately, it seemed kind of rushed almost. And it just did not look very good. Now, before we get to the next point, this is something the MLB has done over the last couple of years. They've attempted to increase their streaming presence by inking deals with NBC for their Peacock service by streaming a whole lot of games, especially for 2026, which we'll get to in a moment. And recently, they inked a deal with Netflix for 3 years, which included this game, which was opening night, New York Yankees and San Francisco Giants. And Netflix will also be streaming the Home Run Derby and the Field of Dreams game in 2026. And the Field of Dreams game was wonderful in 2021 and 2022, if you remember that. While Peacock has streamed wild card games, other postseason games, other games as well. Just a lot of streaming that's been going on, which you have to pay a subscription for every single month, which is crazy expensive, number one. And number two, why are you streaming the Home Run Derby on Netflix? Why can't you just do it on Fox? Why can't you just do it on EPN? But besides that point, the other thing that I had an issue with, and this was kind of the sticking point with me and a lot of other folks that watched that game, was that we saw the first ABS challenge, the first use of ABS in Major League Baseball. And the problem was that that Netflix or one of the correspondents on the ground was doing an interview in the San Francisco Giants dugout. And instead of cutting to the ABS challenge, which would have been the first glimpse of how this works in the regular season game, they stuck with the interview. Yeah. Instead of cutting to the ABS thing. Now, that was Jose Caballero challenging a pitch. He lost that challenge. But it's mind-boggling that Netflix did not cut away from that interview to give us a glimpse, the first actual glimpse of ABS in regular season play, which is a historical moment, number one. And number two, you're going to see a lot going forward. So it gives you an idea of how it works, how fast it is, what everybody sees in the ballpark, how it works. Because, again, number one, the first challenge ever in a regular season game. And it was mind-boggling. And it made no sense that they kept looking or kept doing the interview while that was happening. It's just maddening. So the other thing that I wanted,
unnecessary distraction, absolutely unnecessary distraction.
It absolutely wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a totally unnecessary distraction. Now, unfortunately, Netflix does have a couple of other games that are going on. Like I said, they're going to be streaming the Home Run Derby and the Field of Dreams game. But Peacock, at the same time, is doing basically just a plethora of games on July 5th, which is the day after Independence Day here in the United States, where they basically are just taking over every single game. They're broadcasting every game that day, except for two.
What is Peacock? Where is that based?
Yeah, so Peacock is the streaming service for NBC, which does some broadcasts of some games. Makes sense. Yeah. So this was a deal that was inked a couple of years ago, and it really is just getting into the thick of it right now. So as I look through here, July 5th is called Star Spangled Sunday. And basically they have over a dozen games on the Peacock service, with only 2 games on the NBC network. That being a 12:30 game between the Mets and the Braves, and then a 7 o'clock game between the Padres and the Dodgers. Every single other game in that slot, which include the White Sox and the Guardians, Twins and Yankees, Orioles and Reds, Rays and the Astros, all of them are on Peacock. You have to buy a subscription to get those. And that's not even including some of the other games. And they have, again, at least 20 or 30 different other games that they're going to be broadcasting on their Peacock platform going forward. So it's just mind-boggling to me. So that's basically my rant for this week. Stop putting all these special games on Netflix and Peacock. People want to see baseball, especially opening night, especially the home run derby, and much more so the Field of Dreams game, which is a magical game, regardless of what you think, because that's a magical movie. And if nobody's seen that yet, or if you haven't seen that movie yet, Field of Dreams, go watch it after this broadcast. But just stop putting all these special games on streaming platforms. We already charge enough. There's already enough we pay for cable. We want to see baseball on MLB Network. We don't want to pay $20, $40 for streaming services going forward. Just put the game on TV. Let us enjoy it around the television instead of a phone or a laptop. It's just ridiculous. And it's just a gripe with me.